My dear child, sometimes your path to become stronger will go through a season of heartbreak and falling down. Please do not mistake it for your whole life. Keep hope close to your heart and move forward. Maybe the road you are searching today is not here yet. So do not be worried by it. Whatever you can do, remember, tomorrow will not be the same. So believe that a new path is ahead, and what you have overcome along the way will give you strength. And it is okay if you are yet to know what to do in life. Sometimes the answers you seek do not arrive the way you anticipate. So sometimes they come in the disguise of pain, heartbreaks, and setbacks. Keep your heart open and trust that even if you can't see the way out right now, and it is there, and if you keep on moving with faith, you will find your way through it. So, my child, know that you are not broken just because you can't force yourself to go harder or move faster. So, you are not broken just because you are not meeting your own self imposed deadlines. So, you are not broken just because you are in a slump, and maybe it is not actually a slump. Maybe this is a season just like any other, and maybe if you can allow it to be, you can find beauty in this season. So you can find joy in it. You can even find something. You honor your inner rhythm and the ebb and flow of life moving to and through you. And there are days of hustle and days of rest, days of inspired creativity, and days of needing to step back and just breathe. So nothing is wrong unless you label it is wrong. And I hope you don't, I hope you feel in your heart that you are right where you need to be and did not know you were looking for. So honor your inner rhythm and the ebb and flow of life moving to and through you. So there are days of hustle and days of rest, days of inspired creativity, and days of needing to step back and just breathe. So nothing is wrong unless you label it as wrong. And I hope you don't. I hope you can feel in your heart that you are right where you need to be. So, my child, know that if I saw something, then it will happen. Before my son died on the cross, it was prophesied that he will rise on the third day. And the people who know him as the Son of God even did not believe that he would rise again from that, even when they know about the prophecy. But it happened as I said. They were all surprised by seeing him alive. So remember that he had a purpose and he was obedient to me and helped me accomplish my plan to save the whole world. So similarly, you have a purpose in this world, and I have sent you to this world for a purpose. So, no matter what is happening in your life, and it is all a plan to accomplish those purposes. So, there is always a resurrection to all the things that you are facing in your life. And when others see and think and talk about what is happening or why it is happening in your life. So do not give your heart to them. Instead, believing what I said, I told you, and I will bless you. So remember, then I will do it, and they all will be surprised by seeing the blessings that you are going to get, and also by seeing the blessing that they are going to get through you. So have a faith in me, and I will bless you. You are chosen by me, and this is why you are always known as my child. So, my child, know that when the desires of your heart are not fully aligned with the needs of your soul, you will experience discomfort and turmoil like no other. So lean into the pain. Don't try to skip the necessary steps it takes to heal, because it will only leave you feeling more drained in the long run. And strengthen your mind by remaining grateful for all the blessings that have brought you to do this elevated state. So, at the exact moment you feel like giving up, and the universe will surprise you. So, stay tuned for an incoming supply of blessings that are beyond your wildest dreams. So, at a time where the world needs love the most, don't hold back your kind, sweet energy. So release more of it as each day passes. Remind your loved ones how important their presence is to you, and exchange positive words with all those you encounter. So now is not the time to let bitter memories and failed situations weigh you down. Find a clear path through these feelings and keep them behind you where they belong. Spread as much love and light as you possibly can while navigating through this chapter. An optimistic soul will always find magic at every corner. So, my child, know that. Anxiousness will never change anything, but instead of being anxious, if you start believing, your situation will change. So, when you look into the life of Daniel, when he was thrown into the lion's den, and they did not worry or anxious about his situation, but instead he started to pray and believe that I will protect him. And when you look into the life of Joseph, he was blamed and was punished from accusations that he did not do. He was sentenced to jail, and that could become a great trouble for him. So, even in the midst of that situation, he did not worry or anxious about his situation. Instead, he started to pray and also believed in me. And when Elijah saw the chariot book gradually drying, instead of being anxious, he started to pray about it and believed that I would provide what he needed. Like that, when you look into the life of Esther, Moses, and David, they all had certain situations happen in their life and that might have made them worried or tensed. But instead of worrying or being anxious, they all started to pray about their situation and believed in me. So, through their faith, I have blessed them and made them as the blessings and given a lot of blessings which they never expected. So, even in your life, you might be going through some situation that is making you anxious about certain things. But instead of worrying or being anxious, start praying about it and start believing in me, and the situation may last for a long time. But if you hold your faith strongly and pray about it, I will give you the greatest testimony which no one ever thought would happen in your life. So, you know that I have a plan for everything, a plan to prosper you and to bless you. So, instead of worrying or being anxious about the situation, start praying about it and also hold you faith strongly in me. So, my child, know that no one is ever ready for the test they face, yet they forge forward. No one is ever prepared for carry burdens, but they learn to use them to build strength. So no one life is perfect, but they develop the determination needed to win. Make the most of your journey by working on your mindset. So, practicing patience and acknowledging you are constantly moving forward. Remember, life is about doing your best as you prepare for more. So, stay patient and faithful. Believe your blessings are being gathered and held until you are ready. So every experience prepares you to collect more. Trust you are moving closer to your desires every day. So hearts must open to receive, shoulders straighten to carry, and mindset mastered for you to maintain abundance. So today make room for your delivery. Big beautiful blessings can manifest in short time frames. Trust the process that produces your plenty. So my child, know that some of you may need to set aside and some time today for a session of alignment. Take a walk around your home and find gratitude for all the things you have attracted, and you are in the process of creating your dream life, and it should not always be about the chase. Even a race car stops every few laps to regroup. So give yourself room for self praise. Only you know what you have been through and no one else. So, meaning you are the only one in a position to give yourself the credit you deserve. Thank the universe as you find your connection without attachment to all the people, things, growth, and experiences you have manifested. And this is just a beginning. For others, it is time to stop holding back. I understand there is a part of you that wants to take your time. I also understand there is a part of you that is a perfectionist. To my Virgos who does not want to be seen or felt till perfected, but it just hear me out, and you have to trust that your unique nature is what makes you so perfect. So you also have to trust that life never run out of good things for you to experience, and it is time. So it is your time. Release the beast inside of you and create that dream you keep envisioning. So rise up to meet your dreams halfway, and they are already making their way to you in this very moment. So begin raising the bar in your work, complete tasks to your highest ability, and commit to making excellence a habit. Keep your foot on the gas and don't let up. So, my child, know that you are being asked to trust where your higher self is taking you. When you flow, everything is attracted to you because you are answering the calling of your higher self. Don't focus on perfection of things, rather just allow yourself to effortlessly act as a conduit for spirit to be expressed from inside out. So this month has not been easy, but you made through it and you should be proud of it. You are doing your best, so keep going. Blessings are on the way. The time has come for you to take your life off pause. You unknowingly put your life on pause to help someone else, or when you experience that painful situation. So, however, it's time for you to press play on your life again and let your best life again. So you have been the strong one and the reliable one for everyone else. However, it's time for you to be all of those things for yourself now. So respect and prioritize your own needs, desires, and dreams. Do what you come into this world to do and to experience life, joy, and love. So, my child, know that. Often in life, you will have to walk through a passage of fear to get where you desire to be. And at times, a curtain or a veil of uncertainty and fear will stand between you and your best life, which will often distort how things look to you. So it is important that you see beyond that veil of fear, choose to focus upon your dreams and your best life rather than focusing upon the veil that is currently obscuring your view, no matter how far away that dream may seem or how frightening things may look through that veil of fear. Choose to courageously rise up and walk through that passage of fear. So continue to move towards that which you love, even with fear in the way. Remember that fear is often near when great changes or blessings are about to appear. So, my child, know that there are plenty of surprises in store for you. Just when you think you have got it all planned out, the universe is set to deliver above and beyond your wildest dreams. You did not come here to experience the norm. You set your eyes higher, and now every aspect of your being is following suit. So, the energy you are now inducing is supernatural, which will lead to movement after movement of euphoria and easy. You are beginning to fall in love with the life you are manifesting for yourself. So, my child, know that. Don't spend your whole life self criticizing away your happiness. Maybe some of the things you label as wrong are only wrong in your mind. So, like those weeks when you are not as productive and when you feel uninspired, when you convince yourself that you must be broken. So, because you are not further along on your own self imposed timeline, maybe the solution is not to double down and force yourself to work harder. So, maybe the solution is to allow it to be exactly as it is, to stop trying to alter the natural flow of life, but to instead flow with life, honor your inner rhythm. So don't let shoulds and supposed to take up valuable space in your world. You are so hard on yourself when you don't live up to your own impossible expectations. So, but what if there is nothing actually wrong with where you are right now? What if everything is unfolding in perfect timing? And what if in this moment everything is exactly as it is meant to be? So, my child, know that. You may have lots to get done today, but the best way to manage all of your responsibilities with less stress is to simply lighten up. So you don't have to be overwhelmed, you don't have to sacrifice your peace or your power. So peaceful solution to problems are all around you, but if you are tense and uptight you would not see them, and when you try to force a situation or control others, you make your way hard and you are getting yourself out of alignment with your essence and going against divine flow. So stop swimming upstream and focus only on what you can do. So, if you take a more playful, light-hearted approach to your day, you will find that everything that needs to get done will get done with your dignity still intact. So, no matter what it is, always be excellent in your work, and you never know who is watching, considering you for a major opportunity. So, this is truly a season of elevation, and if you do your part, you will find yourself in the company of very wealthy and influential people who want to pay you for your gifts and talents. So, all you have to do is show up 100% unapologetically. You deserve to be among the best because, to be honest, you are the best. So, my child, know that. One important thing to remember as you get older is that it is totally normal to go through phases of connection and disconnection. So, in phases of disconnection, it's common to feel isolated, lost, or alone. Things can change so much in your 20s and 30s, and people start to settle down, move away to new cities, and do what they need to do to build their future. And it is only natural to feel lost or alone when there is so much change surrounding you. And you can see your life changing from what it was to what it is now. So don't overthink these emotions. Understand that it is all part of your ever evolving journey. So understand that the way we process all of these changes is different for everyone. Understand that it is totally normal to feel all kinds of different emotions through this transitional period, and most importantly, know that no matter how alone you feel, you have so much support behind you. So dear souls, know that. Don't give up on your dreams, don't quit your decisions and false hopes. They will lead you to a road less traveled by others but paved solely for your journey. And I hope you know that there is nothing wrong with being different. I hope you know that when another door closes on you, there is always a window for sunlight to seep through. And I hope you remember that it is okay to make mistakes and that you are only human and there is no such things as perfection. So I hope you know that your time is glow is coming, and I hope you know that everything you have ever wished for is on the other side of your fear and melancholy. I hope you know that it's okay to feel lost and worried in a world that tries to dim your light at every twist and turn. And I hope you know that wherever you go, you are at home. So I hope you know that you don't need somebody else to complete you because you are already whole. And I hope you know that you will survive their lightning strikes and brutal blows. You will rise above their chows and embrace the great unknown. And I hope you know that you will be alright wherever you decide to roam. So, my child, know that you can only understand and connect with someone as deeply as you have understood and connected with yourself. So, a person who is not in touch with their emotions is much more likely to deceive, betray, or cheat or in any kind of relationship. This is simply because they are at war with themselves and don't understand their emotions, let alone yours. They would not understand you, nor will they be able to reconnect with you on an emotional level simply because they have not done the heavy emotional work on themselves. In order to have any kind of healthy relationship, it is imperative that you achieve a good level of emotional intelligence, as this will attract people of similar emotional intelligence as you. You will attract people who are just like you if you are able to maintain healthy boundaries, are able to communicate your emotional will and portray honesty with yourself and others, then that is exactly what you will attract. My child, know that when inspiration and motivation strikes you all at once, it can be tempting to hit the ground running. Momentum is great, but pacing yourself is even more important to start, and you want to have an idea of what to strive for but never attach to the outcome. As you put a goal, lean into your purpose, the big picture, not the details of the destination. Sometimes, the more vague the timeline and the outcome, the greater potential to experience new, unexpected, and expensive results. It is discouraging when goals are not achieved on time. It is even more discouraging when you arrive and the feeling is not what you thought it would be. So stay open, use goal to drive you but never to limit you. Exercise the emotion of success before the achievements. So and don't overblame yourself by trying to get everything right the first time, one step at a time. Life is in a marathon, not a sprint, so prepare yourself as an athlete, and all races will be yours to win. The idea of running a marathon may be by the inspiration. So, but it is the week and months of consistent training that not only prepare you for the run but transform you into a committed, disciplined athlete. And all you have to do is focus on putting one foot in front of the other. So instead of tailoring your development to a particular set of goals, focus each moment on being as present and intentional with your energy so possible. So concentrate on your values and purpose. So every decision is driven by alignment. So follow the joy that show you what lights your spirit up. And make only commitments you will show up for. In other words, stay steady so you don't have to get ready. So life is one big solo travel adventure for us all. So leave room in your initiary to meet locals. So get lost, achieve new feats and explore greater wonders than you ever imagined possible. A map of goal is helpful, but it is only a small part of the journey. So, since you have as such a soft, gentle heart, it takes a while to heal whenever you are struck with heartbreak. So, but just because it is taking a while for you to heal does not mean it is never going to happen. You need to be patient with yourself. So don't ignore the pain or try to numb it. You are strong enough to process it, to examine it, to grow from it. You are already on a path toward healing, so keep moving forward. You might not feel completely better tomorrow or the next day, but you are going to be okay again soon. So you are going to overcome this attack sooner than you think, so just be kind to yourself. So my child, know that. I hope you choose kindness even when others are being cruel. When someone asks you to give them your heart, all warm and full of trust, and they give you something makeshift and full of barbed wire in return, be kind. Some people need to feel your heart wrap around them more than you know. So I hope you choose empathy even when you don't want, when someone gives you reasons to judge them, to dislike them, when they behave in a ways that you do not understand, be empathetic. So some people need you to walk a mile in their shoes. I hope you choose calm even when you are in the midst of chaos, when someone upends your world. So, and the rest of the world feels utterly upside down. So, be calm. Some people need you to be their safe haven. I hope you choose peace even when wars rage within and around you. When someone tries to take you to battle, when it feels like your character and choices are under siege, and be peaceful. So, some people need your help learning to let go. I hope you choose trust even in the face of flesh wounds. And when someone has dishonored you, when they have lived to you, when someone has made you feel small, remember that not everyone will do these same things. So be trusting. Some people need you to take leaps of faith. So I hope you choose patience even when you are overwhelmed by unknowns, when someone cannot give you answer. And when you begin to wonder why you are here, when you simply want to give up, be patient. Some people are truly worth the wait. And I hope you choose love even when it would be easier to hate, and when someone stares white hot drag within you. So when they insult you, when they question your worth, be loving. Some people need your love more than you do. So my child, know that. If you are happy, you have made the choice to be happy, because happiness is your responsibility, and you live it and you choose it and you accept it. So don't blame others for your unhappiness. Happiness does not come from what we expect others will do or give. So it comes from what you believe in, and if you believe that people owe you happiness, then happiness becomes difficult. So you can choose to say no, and you can choose to let go of what is hurting, and it is not easy, but it is the price you pay for happiness. So, saying no might mean others will feel bad, and letting go might mean throwing away the good. But your happiness is not so limited, it exists only in the past. Your happiness is not so weak that you are not allowed to choose yourself. So don't become a slave to what people say about you or what they can give you. Decide what makes you happy and open the door for it. So you understand happiness more when you stop allowing others to choose it for you. So, anger, why are you so angry? You may feel overworked, underappreciated, taken advantage of, forced, stuck in a situation, and you refuse to accept, maybe even hurt. Whatever it is, anger is a poison. And the antidote is God. God sees and He knows. He is working behind the scenes too, and everything that angers you, and you are loved. So there is a plan and it will work out. The more trusting of God you are, and the less angry you will be, and it is all for a reason. So God is handling it. So trust and let go of the anger. So, God is behind the scenes of your life, not only directing your steps, but directing the steps of the people you need to get you to where He needs you to be. So, He is not just in control of your life, He is in control of your circumstances and all that comes your way, and nothing happens by chance. So, therefore, you do not need to remain defeated when things don't work out in the way and you had hoped for. So, get back up, and God would not allow it if it was not in the plan. And what you are facing today, it really not keeping you from your purpose. It is actually leading you to your purpose and all that God wants you to have. So, my child, know that temporary and everything, all of it, even the best of it, especially the best of it, we only have so many years to know human love and do human things. So, love them, all of them, even the painstaking ones. They too will not last. They are human, they are the experience, the insecurity. So the experience, the heartache, the experience, the joy, the experience, the race, there is nothing lost it if we learn something from it, and your willingness to fail is proportionate to your potential to gain and to grow. So the timer never stops running. All you will regret is not reaching harder for the things you actually wanted while they were still in front of you. So the ones who care would not just love you for what you are today, they will love you for the cute little kid you look like in old pictures, and they will love you for that story you tell about fighting a bully when you were 14, and they will love you for that one time you were wrong and had it in you to say sorry and mean it. So they I love you for how you love to cook for everyone and you adore, but always end up ordering for yourself, and they will love you for that one promotion you are learning new things for. So they will love you for the 10 kgs you want to lose and are trying your best to, and they will love you for your little past and the very big future. And they would not just love you for who you are, but also for how you have become and what you are becoming. I hope you love them all the very same, with grace and no concept of time. So, my child, know that. Take your life back from anything that does not serve you, nurture you, or inspire you. So take your life back from anything that tells you your past is faulty or fertile, and take your life back from anyone who makes you feel anything but alive and unstoppable. Take your life back anything that makes you second guess yourself. Take your life back from anything that does not execute love. Take your life back, even if that means letting go of the life you built and starting again. So reclaim the love and energy you have been giving away so freely. So, when you take your life back from what has been feeding you the wrong energy, you give yourself the power to drive onward and upward. So, when you take your life back, you settle into the person you were always meant to be. And when loving ourselves means cherishing our tender vulnerability and embracing our imperfect, messy humanity. And it means acknowledging our flaws and mistakes with compassion, knowing that they do not define us but offer opportunities for growth and transformation. So, the practice of self compassion is not a passive endeavor, it requires active engagement and a willingness to confront our inner demons with kindness and understanding. And in a world that often emphasizes achievement and external validation, loving ourselves unconditionally can feel like a daunting task, yet, it is through this deep self love that we can create a foundation of love and acceptance from which we can thrive and inspire others. So, my child, know that. The universe is always on your side, supporting whatever idea you believe in the most. And if you believe that you have to struggle to make a living and that nothing easy will work for you, and then the universe will give you situation that reinforce that belief. So these situations are not to prove that you are stuck or that you have failed, but to show you that this is the reality you are getting because of what you believe. So if you change your belief to one of easy and effortlessness, then that is the reality you will experience. So, the universe will, all you have to do is be willing to recognize that placing total trust in the direction you want will create the reality you desire. And keep in mind, you are not doing anything differently in terms of action, but just in terms of what you allow the universe to support you in by shifting from what you like to what you love, and the universe sees no difference in that. And if you choose to do what you love, the universe will support you by bringing you all the circumstances that will allow you to do what you love. And when you know there is no difference between liking and loving, you will let yourself do what you love, and the universe will give you exactly that. So, if your life is mediocre, it is because you believe in mediocrity, and the universe is supporting that belief. So, my child, know that. As we move through the month of June, you will be coming more in alignment with your soul. And the higher self is stepping forward to guide you on your path. Many upgrades are underway and everything is aligning for your highest good. And if you are seeing these, you are shifting into an up leveling. Expect massive activations, upgrades, and integrations to anchor this month. So, my child, know that maybe our youth is not supposed to be the time where we figure everything out, the time where we understand who we are supposed to be. So maybe all that we need to do is just move through these years, experience everything and anything by making those mistakes, falling in and out of love, giving too much of ourselves, saying the right and wrong things, taking multiple paths, and going on several different journeys, falling 10 times just to get up again on the 11th. Understanding what fuels us and what makes us feel empathy, being acquainted with what brings us joy and what robs us from our happiness, because that is how we learn, adapt, grow, and transform. And maybe not knowing where we are going will eventually lead us to our virtues. So, while we may not have much insight into where we are headed and what we want to devote our lives to or who we are supposed to be. Whenever we get there, and that is when we can look back on these years and realize why things happen the way they did. So, dear God, I thank you for the temporal blessings of this world, the refreshing air, the light of the sun, the food that renews strength, and the raiment that clothes, and the dwelling that shelters, the sleep that gives rest, the starry canopy of night, the summer breeze, the flower sweetness, the music of flowing streams, the happy endearments of family, kindred, and friends. So animate, minister to my comfort. My cup runs over. Do not allow me to be insensible to these daily mercuries. And you hand bestows blessings, your power averts evil, and I bring my tribute of thankful for spiritual graces and the full form of faith and the cheering presence of our spirit and the strength of your restraining will, your sprinkling of hell's artillery, blessed be my sovereign Lord. Heavenly Father, I praise your holy name. I pray for your will to be done in my life and in this world, for your way to rule here on earth and as it does in heaven. I'm not in control, Lord. You are. I'm releasing what come next into your hands, Lord, and trusting you fully. I want to step into whatever path you lay before me, even when it looks different from what I thought I wanted. And for I now you have bigger plans for my life, so I submit my life to your will. I will trust and obey you with an eager and joyful heart. Father, your will be done, earth as it is in heaven. In Jesus' almighty name I pray, Amen. My child, know that you have been through 1,000 things in your life people don't even know about, and you have experienced things that have shocked you and changed you. So broke you, built you, and taught you to be stronger than you ever thought you had the ability to be, and you are who you are, and for all of it. So that next time someone judges you based on a small part of what they see and how they interpret that, remember who you are and remember how much you have overcome and smile and keep walking. Because you don't have a single thing to prove to anyone else. You have already proved so much to yourself, who muddled through storms that people did not even see because how you carried yourself. And I think there is a beauty in the heart's immense capacity to love for others. I don't just mean exclusively to romantic partners. And each person you come across will be different and will bring out something different in you. And no matter how much has changed, you always look back and be grateful for the time you had, even if it was short lived. Because someone else's time is the most valuable gift, you will be grateful that you even had the ability to let someone in like that. And as the time passes and your life changes and you learn, keep adding to layers of how you love others in your life because of each person who came before. And you will look back at certain people with only the happy memories, and when someone brings up their name or you come back to certain places where ghosts of the past dance down crowd streets that used to just be you two. You will remember with such fondness what used to be and who you were then, and you will realize who you are in this moment is the combination of everyone and everything you have ever experienced. So, my child, know that how you perceive yourself plays a significant role in the energy you radiate to the world. Embracing self love and being confident in your looks can have a transformative effect on your overall vibe. And when you genuinely appreciate and accept yourself, your inner radiance shine through, attracting positive experiences and interactions. So it is essential to express your unique talents and embrace your passions, as doing so allow your authentic self to flourish. So by letting your good vibes flow, you create a magnetic presence that uplifts not only yourself but also those around you. If you are ready to enhance your self awareness and cultivate a peaceful mind, consider diving into the world of meditation and mindfulness. So, discover the transformative power of these practices with our free book, A Step by Step Guide to Meditation and Mindfulness, and unlock a path towards inner serenity and personal growth. So, my child, know that. Use your voice, speak up, sing your song out to the universe, and it is often not what you say, but how you say it, speak plainly and tell you story. And the voice is an air powered instrument, and the sound of which is made by the movement of pressurized air over the vocal cords. The vocal cords vibrate, making audible pulses that are adjusted by the muscles of the larynx to give a unique variety in pitch and tone. The sound is further filtered by the lips, cheeks, and facial muscle, and as well as the position of the neck and chest. Every person quite unique because of the combination of their psychology, and the voice is one way humans express and create emotion in themselves and others, and of course, communicate through complex language. Listening to amazing voices raised up in song is something humanity has been doing since prehistory. Yet, perhaps more importantly, being able to speak out about what is important to us in even more vital. You must use your voice both kindly and for the greater good, not being afraid to speak out about injustice or to change a bad law or system has always changed the world for the better. My child, know that. Spend more time with yourself but also with people who make you happy, and even when leaving your bed is hard, push yourself to go outside and take comfort in the company of your people. Stop the comparison with strangers or your family and friends, and you are not in the same place as them because you are not supposed to be, and both your journey are unique and meant individually for each of you. And stopping comparison will remove a lot of negative thoughts about self-worth and that you are likely to adopt. Ask yourself the difficult questions: what do I want from life, and am I happy, and what could make me happier? Try to find out what you want and what your purpose is. Each day is not a lot of brighter when you have a purpose. Understand that no means no, and it does not come with apologize or a justification. If you said no, stick by it. Start a journal, read, write, watch new shows on Netflix, not the true crime or horror stuff, but the fantasy, sci-fi and comedy stuff, uplifting, bright shows that will make you smile. Give yourself room to fail, accept that some days will be harder than others and some nights longer, but as long as you give yourself room to be human and to make mistakes, you will make it through. You will make it through. So, my child, know that. Maybe you just love being in love and you love being looked for in a crowded room and wish for in a silent church. And you love being the smile that claims their face and the name that rules their heart, and you love hiding in their memories and sleeping in their shadow. And you love having a shelter in their arms and a home in their dreams, and you love being the escape in their reality and their reality in every moment of escape. You love being the initial they scribble on the last page of their notebook and the secret they lock inside their childhood journal. And you love being the muse to their poetry and the happily ever after in their heart's little fairy tale. And you love being the truth in their lies and the understandable in every gamble. And you love being the sense of comfort in their moment of vulnerability and their vulnerability during a question of choice. You love being the name they write with a heart next to it and the name they pronounce with a blush on their face. You love being their last conversation before bed and their first thought before breakfast. You love being in love, but more than that, you love being chosen to love. My child, know that Jesus is full of God's fatherly love and exuberant with joy. The Lord is so radiantly winsome with divine life that 32 times Luke says crowds of people gather around him to be close to him. Again and again, people press through the throngs to touch the heavenly man, and four men out cut into a roof to drop their sick friend at Jesus' feet. So, rejected woman forced into slavery breaks into a house full of religious men, falls off Jesus' feet, weeping, and pours her alabaster jar of expensive ointment on his feet. And a sick woman crawls in the dirt between people's legs to touch the hem of this garment. And Zebedee climbs a tree to get above the parade of people so he can see Jesus, and then he jumps down to have dinner with him. These are just a few of the people who were captivated by Christ Jesus, and each were blessed beyond their wildest dreams. The same is true for us, and when we look closely at Jesus' life in the Gospels, we too want to be near Him to receive His blessing and share it with others. And even in our many trials, hurts, and injustice, we can discover that the Spirit of Jesus abides with us and gives us exactly what we need and more. So, my child, know that. A very simple message today, and just as the card says, pay attention to healing information that comes through. And the information is necessary to something you have not been listening to, and it needs to come to light, and you also need to act upon. So, this could be from the need to change diet in some way, to drinking more water, or to seeing an specialist, being more mindful and taking an active approach to your own health and well being, and being open to listening to what comes through. So, again, trust in your own inner voice and instincts, and also know you have the power to change things for your own benefit. So, repetitive thoughts and synchronicities will play a part in this. And remember, you have amazing capacity for healing. So, my child, know that we all have those days where doubt, second guesses, and fears tend to become a bit of a runaway train. Sometimes they appear to come out of nowhere and you wonder why and how. And when you have been doing so much to increase your own vibration and move through things. Don't worry, it happens. And when you realize where your thoughts and feelings are leading you, which does not help to achieve what you set out to, and then it's time to let that inner hunter out to track them down. And the thing is, the more you become aware of them, you can alter their course. You have the internal power to transform and eliminate them. And also, by being mindful of what your fears and doubts are, also help you identify what you need to work on and the key elements which are holding you back. My child, know that when we are anxious, we breathe in rapid, shallow breaths from our chest. But research shows that being intentional to practice slow, deep breathing from your stomach can help you relax. God has made us such that relaxed breathing is part of being at peace in His presence, and in addiction, taking longer and deeper breaths. And I find it's especially helpful to pair this rhythm of relaxed breathing with a phrase or paraphrase from scripture, and I call this a breath prayer. And for example, I like to pray, peace, be still, and when I am feeling anxious or overwhelmed. And these are the words Jesus speaks to calm the storm on the Sea of Galilee. And in the same way, we can look to Jesus to speak a peace into the storm inside of us and or around us. And here is a rhythm of breathing to help you pray this. Breathe in, filling your lungs as you whisper peace, and feel the word peace echo inside you as you hold your breath a while. And breathe out as you whisper, be still, let distractions slip away by refocusing on breathing your prayer over and over. And by repeating this prayer in this physical way, you are renewing your mind in the Word of God and seeking for His words and Him to govern your whole person, and seeping down from your thoughts into your emotions and your body, your social connections, and your souls. So, my child, know that in a fast paced world where everything seems to happen quickly, it is important to remember that there is nothing wrong with taking your time or doing things at your own pace. And every person's journey is special and progresses at its own speed, and just like a beautiful flower blossoming in its own time. So you are not falling behind, and you are embracing these moments that mold your individual development. And the pressure to keep up with others, to achieve milestones on someone else's timeline, and can be overwhelming and frustrating at times. But life is not a competition or a race to the finish line. It is beautiful mosaic of experience meant to be enjoyed and discovered at the pace and you are comfortable with. And it is about embracing the journey and finding joy in the small achievements along the way. And you are allowed to decide your own path to meander through the twist and turn of life at your own pace. So take the time you need to discover who you are, to learn, to heal, and to grow. Embrace the detours and the moments of pause, for they often hold hidden treasures that can shape your life in ways you never imagined. So let go of the needs to measure yourself against others. Your worth and progress cannot be defined by someone else's achievements or timeline. Your journey is your alone, and its value lies in the depth of experiences, the lessons learned, and the wisdom gained along the way. And remember, it's okay to take longer than others. It is okay to deviate from the expected path and explore the uncharted territories of your dreams. There is no predetermined timeline for success. Allow yourself the freedom to do things at your own pace and to put your passions and to savor the moments that truly matter to you. And in the end, what truly counts is not how quickly you reach the destination, but how fully you have lived, loved, and embraced the unique path that is yours. So, dear someone, know that I am growing indifferent to people, and this pace at which my will of isolation is growing. I know life ahead is arduous. Grit has made an home in my grace, and I feel like not being around anyone anymore. No one did plan this. No one out there is creating a home in addition to building a house. and just to break it one day. No one creates memories to watch them with teary eyes all alone. No one takes a leap of faith just to strike the wrong place, yet we did all of them unknowingly to be true at the wrong address. We did create home to abandon it, memories to cry upon, took the leap to be at an inorious place. We did all good and brave things just to land in misery hopelessly. We did not choose any of them. I wanted things to go on anyway, the way I had planted it. I wanted a home in house, initially to be a source of nostalgia, and those leaps to lead me to victory. You will hurt people and you consciously will make this choice. You will end relationships that once held a huge part in you. You will let it go wisely and gracefully. Broken heart brings grace in you, and you will still be vulnerable, terribly lost, strangely brave, and awfully displaced, and making choices that no, on the other hand, is not letting you sleep at nights. But this stingy grace will be there even so. You are hollowing with pain, but you will opt for the right thing. There is no happy tune in pain, and this acceptance brings joy. It took me years to love people without any sort of future concentrations. To be there, feeling alive in their answer without realizing that someday it's not going to be there. Every beautiful thing comes, and you will deny things thousand times before you actually accept in whether that is a fault, loss, or situation. Life keeps elevating through constant denials and appellations. Since you left, my eyes have been searching to you in everyone I meet. I keep replaying the voice notes you sent me. I keep reading the last text we had, and I find it hard to believe that what we had would be everything I would tell my daughter when she tells me about her heartbreak. When you left, you not only destroyed me, you destroyed places, names, and everything I thought love was. I was this fear that I will never find love. I'll never find someone whose arms around feel like home. I have been trying to go home all my life, and when my heart found yours, it felt like finally this is what come felt like. Now, what if I can't find that feeling and I'm always a stranger, even when I'm in my own company? And mostly, I am afraid that this pain will be everything, and I will ever know. Now, I will have to remember you longer than I have know you at that. No needing the outside stamp of approval, not being desperate for attention. I am no pick me girl. I don't need to be doing the most to be liked. I have learned to feel comfortable expressing myself regardless of how it is perceived. No longer feel compelled to have to choose others at my own expense. When I choose you over myself, it is because I want to and because it feels good to do so. So, every stage of man's progress is made by the conscious exercise of his imagination, his inner speech, to his fulfilled desire because man does not perfectly match them. The results are uncertain while they might be perfectly certain. Persistent assumption of the wish fulfilled is the means of fulfilling the intention as we control our inner talking magic it to our fulfilled desires. My child, know that. In Daniel, we learn of King personal testimony. This testimony was sent throughout all the world to many nations with many languages. King was so overwhelmed and amazed of the wonder of God, and he wanted the whole world to know about him. And in the king's dream, he saw a large tree that could be seen by the whole world, but a watcher come down and reduced the tree to just a stump. Daniel told the king that this dream meant that he would become like an animal for 7 years. And this was the meaning of the dream. King Nebuchadnezzar was the tree of all the world to see. And this happened a year later when the king was on the roof of his place, speaking of his greatness. So during those 7 years, nobody took the king's throne. After the 7 years, king acknowledged God. King praised and honored God, and the king returned to his throne. So God gave King Nebuchadnezzar more power and honor than before. So my child, know that. And Moses and Aaron went from the presence of the assembly unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and they fell upon their faces. And the glory of the Lord appeared unto them. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Take the rod, and gather thou the assembly together, thou and Aaron thy brother, and speak unto the rock before their eyes, and it shall give forth his water, and thou shalt bring forth to them water out of the rock, so thou shalt give the congregation and their beasts drink. And Moses took the rod from before the Lord as he commanded him. And Moses and Aaron gathered the congregation together before the rock, and he said unto them, Hear now, ye rebels, must he fetch you water out of his rock? And Moses lifted up his hand, and with his rod he smote the rock twice, and the water come out abundantly, and the congregation drink, and their beasts also. And the king's daughter is all glorious, within her clothing is of wrought gold. She shall be brought unto the king in raiment of needlework. The virgins, her companions that follow her, shall be brought unto this. With gladness and rejoicing shall they be brought. They shall enter into the king's place. Instead of the fathers shall be thy children, whom thou mayest make princes in all the earth. So I will make thy name to be remembered in all generations. Therefore shall the people praise thee forever and ever. Type yes if you have faith and trust in God, and if you want your all wishes come true, type Amen. And if you like this video, please subscribe my channel for more encouraging God words.